They may not be the most famous royals in the family, but you've definitely seen Princess Anne's granddaughters melt the hearts of royal fans everywhere. Here's how they look all grown up. On December 29, 2010, Peter Phillips and Autumn Kelly introduced their firstborn, and 12th in line to the throne at the time, Savannah Ann Kathleen Phillips. Born in Gloucestershire Royal Hospital, Savannah's birth was initially clouded in mystery. With her name being withheld from the public, it would take a church service in Sandringham for her name to be revealed to the world. Despite this, Buckingham Palace released a statement following her birth, revealing their relation at the arrival of a new family member. The statement read, "The Queen, the Duke of Edinburgh, the Princess Royal, Captain Mark Phillips and Autumn's family have been informed and are delighted with the news." Savannah's birth also marked two new milestones within the royal family. Savannah was the first great-grandchild of Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip, marking a new generation of royals with Prince George and Princess Charlotte to follow. Moreover, Savannah is also the first in the royal line of succession to have both Canadian and British citizenship, with her mother being from Montreal. Since her birth, Savannah Phillips has maintained a relatively normal life. Unlike other family members, this allowed her to focus on being a child. As a result, Savannah has been known to be a troublemaker during public appearances. According to body language expert Judy James, Savannah is easily the most rebellious of her relatives. She told Express, "With royal rebels Zara and Mike as her aunt and uncle, stoic Princess Anne as her granny, and a whole gang of younger royal children to ringlead the fun with, it's no wonder that Savannah Phillips is currently leading an exclusive but competitive set of runners when it comes to winning the title of the most rebellious young royal." Examples of this can be seen through her public appearances with Prince George. The two had a viral moment in 2018 when she and George bantered with each other on the Buckingham Palace balcony, viewing the Trooping of the Colours ceremony. Born on March 29, 2012, Peter Phillips and Autumn Kelly introduced their second-born, Isla Elizabeth Phillips, to the world. Although sisters Isla and Savannah Phillips are drastically different. Along with leading a relatively normal life as children, Savannah is deemed the more rebellious sister, while Isla is more reserved. Despite this, the two have shared numerous adorable moments alongside each other, further proving their strong sisterly connection. Peter and Autumn made sure that their second daughter's middle name was connected to their royal lineage. While Savannah's middle name is an ode to her grandmother, Princess Anne, Isla's middle name pays homage to her late great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II. Given the Queen's influence on the royal family, Isla shares the middle name with several other relatives. Being born into the royal family comes with a list of privileges and responsibilities, like being within the line of succession to the throne.
You don't think of them as the royal family when you're with them. They're just like every other family.
In 2020, Princess Anne explained to Vanity Fair that she chose not to grant royal titles to her children, Peter Phillips and Zara Tindall, because of the intense commitment required by royal duties. I think most people would argue that there are downsides to having titles, so I think that was probably the right thing to do. Though they are still in the line of succession, Savannah and Isla Phillips don't carry out the same amount of responsibilities as their relatives with royal titles. While this doesn't necessarily have to be a permanent decision, it certainly is one their dad Peter has continued to uphold. As of 2024, Savannah went from 12th in line to the throne to 19th, while Isla went from 13th to 20th. From making their balcony debut in 2017, Savannah and Isla Phillips began to make several public appearances alongside their royal family in 2018. This continued in October 2018 when Savannah and Isla played a major role in Princess Eugenie's wedding. On October 12, 2018, Princess Eugenie married Jack Brooksbank in St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle. With her sister Princess Beatrice as the maid of honor, Eugenie had a long list of bridesmaids at the ceremony, including Princess Charlotte and Savannah and Isla Phillips, who wore stunning white dresses with green sashes at the waist. Given Savannah Phillips's close relationship with Prince George, it's no surprise that she and Isla Phillips maintain a strong connection with their other cousins. As the eldest of Queen Elizabeth's great-grandchildren, it's important for the two sisters to develop strong bonds with their relatives and set the tone for their generation of royals. Luckily, Savannah and Isla are more than welcoming to new arrivals in the family. In 2019, Savannah and Isla welcomed Zara and Mike Tyndall's second daughter, Lena, with open arms during an outdoor playdate. After meeting at the 2003 Canadian Grand Prix, Peter Phillips strung up a lengthy relationship with Autumn Kelly. Although she was initially unaware he was a royal, the two seamlessly gravitated toward each other and got married in 2008 in St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle. Following their nuptials, the two welcomed Savannah and Isla Phillips into their family. But it wouldn't be long before their marriage took a turn.
Today, the couple confirmed they are to split. A sad decision, they called it, but they insisted an amicable one.
After splitting in 2019, Peter and Autumn ultimately decided to divorce each other. Given their dedication to privacy, not much is known about why they went their separate ways. While it was a hard pill to swallow for numerous royal fans, a spokesperson told People that Peter and Autumn felt it was the best decision for them and the well-being of their children. They had reached the conclusion that this was the best course of action for their two children and ongoing friendship. The decision to divorce and share custody came about after many months of discussions, and although sad, is an amicable one. As Peter and Autumn went on to build separate lives and see other people, Savannah and Isla were seemingly comfortable with this transition. Following Peter Phillips and Autumn Kelly's divorce, it was only a matter of time before they'd move on to finding new partners. Peter began a short-lived relationship with Lindsay Wallace in 2021, which appeared to go over well with the rest of the royal family, as Wallace made several appearances at royal events after their relationship went public. It's safe to assume Savannah and Isla Phillips were comfortable with her presence, given the rest of the royal family's acceptance of Peter's new girlfriend. The sisters were also spotted with their mother and her new partner in 2022, looking like the picture-perfect family. In March 2022, Autumn Kelly began to make public appearances with her Irish beau, Donal Mulryan, with close sources confirming their friends-turned-lover relationship. The royal family prioritizes quality time with each other. For Savannah and Isla Phillips, this has been the case ever since they were born. From regularly visiting their grandmother, Princess Anne, to spending time with their cousins Mia and Lena Tyndall, it's clear how important family is to the two sisters. Since many have claimed that Peter Phillips was Queen Elizabeth's favorite grandson, it's reasonable to assume that Savannah and Isla had a strong relationship with their late great-grandmother. And Savannah and Isla paid their respects to the Queen following her death. In 2022, Queen Elizabeth died at 96. Given her influence, the royal family was left stunned as they mourned her death. And Savannah and Isla joined their family to celebrate her legacy at a vigil at Westminster Hall. During the ceremony, photographers captured Savannah and her father sharing a special moment. While Isla stood alongside the two watching the ceremony, Savannah turned back to her father to check on how he was doing. As the two locked eyes, Savannah gave a comforting smile, which Peter then reciprocated. Though Savannah is usually playful, it's clear that both she and her sister felt exactly what the entire room was feeling as they mourned the loss of their queen. In December 2023, Peter Phillips attended the Together at Christmas carol service at Westminster Abbey with his daughters Savannah and Isla Phillips and his sister Zara Tyndall. Photographers captured the four walking to the service, and fans were quick to comment on how grown up the two preteens looked. Far from her reputation as the mischievous kid who often teased Prince George, Savannah appeared composed and poised as she entered the church, hinting at her maturity. The young royal also showed off her incredible height, with one ex, formerly Twitter user, commenting, "Look at that girlie, almost as tall as her auntie." Another tweeted, "Wow, they've grown up so fast." Both Savannah and Isla gave fans a glimpse into what we can expect to see from the young women in the future as they attend more royal events and become comfortable in the spotlight. Some royal watchers have even noticed their stylish sense of fashion, suggesting they take pride in representing the royal family. One royal fan tweeted, "Those girls are about to take the fashion and beauty world by storm."